In this video, we will discuss one poem, La Belle Dame Sans Mercy, a beautiful lady without mercy, without pity. This title is in French, which means La Belle Dame Sans Mercy. Title is in French language, which means a beautiful lady without mercy. Keats was a great poet, and in this poem, he has described his own love. Uh, the knight at arms is no other than Keats himself. Keats died young. You see, 25 years he lived in this world, and he suffered from tuberculosis. In those days, this disease was incurable. He loved a girl named Fanny Brown, but she did not respond. How can a young girl respond to the love of a person who is suffering from incurable disease? This is what happened with him. He loved him, and in this poem he describes his own love. The knight at arms is no other than Keats himself, and the lady is not an earthly being. She is a spiritual being, as it is described in this poem. A medieval setup is there in this poem. The line of the poem, what can ail the knight at arms? Uh, Alone and palely loitering, the sage has withered from the lake. The knight was roaming by the side of a lake. Sage is a type of grass that grows by the side of a river or a lake. But that time, the sage was the grass has dried up. The grass had dried up, and maybe the lake water was also dried up. Everything was lake was not a lake, and the place was prosaic, not attractive. There is such a place is not suitable for a young man to roam. A young man may be found roaming at a romantic place, but the knight at arms walking, roaming at a place which was prosaic, which was unattractive. Therefore, the poet questioned him, "Why are you walking in such a place? So young you are, well armed you are, and you are walking in such a place." And he further asked him, "No bird sings. The birds are not there. The the place is totally devoid of all attraction, and you are walking in such a place. Oh, what can ail the knight at arms, so haggard and so woe begone? The squirrel greenery is full and the harvest done." The poet further asked the young man, "What are you suffering from? What disease you are suffering from, you young man? You are looking so haggard. You are looking so sad, so tired. A person who who suffers frustration in love, who suffers restlessness at night, looks in the morning. He looks tired in the morning. This is why the poet is using this word haggard. So woe begone. You are overwhelmed with so many problems. You appear to be laden with so many problems. What is the problem with you, young man? The squirrel greenery is full, means the harvesting season has completed, and the squirrel has filled her squirrels have filled her you granary for the whole year, and there is nothing, no sign of any attraction in this place, and you are roaming. I see a lily on thy brow. Your brow, the upper part of the eyes, brow, is fading like a flower. Lily कुमुदनी के फूल की तरह मुरझाता हुआ देख रहे हैं. Anguish, moist and fever dew. Your forehead is covered with the beads of sweat, as if you are suffering from fever. You are looking anguish. Anguish means you are looking anguish. You are looking uh, in severe pain, pain of frustration, pain of infidelity. What is the problem with you, young man? You see, on thy cheeks a fading rose, for fast withering too. Your cheek is as beautiful, as red as a rose, but it is fading. It is withering. It is withering fast. What is the cause? The So many questions the poet puts before the young man. The young man opens his mouth. वो अपना मुंह खोलता है, बोलता है, क्या बोलता है? I met a lady in the meads, full beautiful, a fairy child. Her hair was long, her foot was light, and her eyes were wild. He is telling he met a very beautiful lady in the meadows, in the field. She was uh, extremely beautiful. She looked like a fairy child. Her hair was long, her foot was light, and her eyes were wild. Her hair was long. Long hair is this symbol of beauty, and her movement, her gait, gait, her gait was very light. She was moving with light feet, and her eyes were attractive, wild. वसीपन था, प्यार का, wild eyes. This was the feature of the lady. I made her garland. I made a garland for her head, and bracelet too, and fragrant Joan. She looked at me as she did love, and made sweet moan. You see, the knight at arms says that he made a garland for her. He made a bracelet. Bracelet is a jewelry, is a type of ornaments worn around the wrist, and he made a garland. He made a bracelet for the beautiful lady, and created. He filled the whole zone with fragrant, with sweet smelling uh, flowers. He created a fragrant zone, a fragrant place he created for the lady to realize his love. And she looked at me as if she loved. Her look meant for the young man. uh, in her look there was love for the young man, as he admits, whether it was love or not. But the young man admitted, the knight at arms admitted, there was love in her look for him. Next is she made sweet moan. She made sweet moan. She, made sweet moan when meetha dard, when someone takes breath and inhale and exhale with sound, with pain, it is called sweet moan. Moaning, and this was attractive. This moaning, this sweet moan attracted the young man. uh, what happened then? I set her on my pacing steed, and nothing else saw all day long. For sidelong would she bend and sing a fairy song. Both of them enjoyed horse riding, pacing steed, horse, and nothing else. He did not see anyone. See her beautiful pictures, the beautiful picture of the lady set in the eyes of the young man, and he did not see anything else but the lady only. And both of them enjoyed horse riding whole day long. She sang and melodious song to attract the young man in her love, and she sang fairy song. Next is she found me roots of really sweet. Uh, different types of roots and leaves she collected for to feed the young man. Honey, wild honey. She provided wild honey to the young man, and she gave manna dew. Manna dew, a sweet liquid which is collected by, which is formed by, produced by flowers and collected by bees. Madhu khilaya, or Devan khilaya, the food items eaten by the gods and goddesses, those items she offered him to eat. And in a strange language she admitted her love. I love thee true. In a strange language she admitted her love. She told, I love thee true. But the language was strong. She might have told him, I will kill you, मैं तुम्हें मार दूंगी. But the young man would have understood that she admitted her love for him. Now you see, Now you see, she took me to her elfin grot. She took the young man to the fairy cave. Elfin grot means fairy cave. And there she wept and sighed full sore to increase the love of the night for her. She started weeping, shedding tears, and she, you see, also sighed. There I shut her out of love. The young man kissed away her tears. Uh, he shut her eyes with his kisses, 4 kisses, wild eyes, attractive eyes. This is what happened there in the cave, and there she lulled me sleep. After that, after feeding, after making love with the young man, she lulled him to sleep, and in his sleep he saw a dream. The dream was an eye opener for the young man. It was, you see, latest. It was the latest dream of he had ever dreamed, uh, and he was lying on the cold hillside. Actually, it was not a cave. It was not a fairy cave. He was lying on the cold hillside. The place was littered with, covered with grass, and grass were covered with the beads of dew. Dewdrops were there on the, in such a unprosaic place he was lying. Then in his dream, what did he see? He saw pale kings, prince too, pale warriors, death pale were they all the, he saw, pale kings and pale warriors, pale prince, kings, prince, and warriors. All such people were in the fold of the false love of the lady. They were the earlier victims of her false love, and they appeared in the dream and warned the young man, the knight at arms, this false lady. There is infidelity behind the beauty of this lady, and this lady has also enthralled you in her false love. Be aware, get away from here, or you will also suffer as we are suffering. This is the warning given by the pale kings, prince, pale warriors, death pale, all they were. Next is, I saw their starved lips in the gloom, in the dim light. He saw all the, warriors, kings, and princes were starving. There was, their lips were starving. They were hungry, and with their wide open eyes they warned the knight at arms. And this horrible dream wake the knight at arms up. What did he see? He found himself lying in the uncomfortable grassy and grassy place full of dewdrops, in the cold hillside. On the cold, he found himself in such an uncomfortable place. He was frustrated. He was mentally imbalanced, and therefore he is telling this lady, I am waiting for the lady who made love with me, who gave me so many things to eat in the elfin grot. I am waiting for that beautiful lady. Therefore, I am making a short stay. I am sojourning here at this place. I am alone here. I am palely loitering. This is the condition of the young man, even after being, even after being cheated. He is waiting for her love, the love of the lady. He feels that she would come, and they will realize love, but it is not like that. The false lady made him, mad, and he was in frustration. Therefore he is lying, he is wandering, he is loitering in a place which is not attractive, which is prosaic, which is not suitable for a young romantic well armed knight. थैंक यू. आपको ये पसंद आएगा और आप इसको देखेंगे. थैंक यू.